Okay, everybody can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I think we were discussing mask. Okay. So what was the okay text on side of the image? So everybody got that now? Text on side of the image. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And what about others? I think still we are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 are there. Where are the others? Where is Mahati? I think Mahati and Mahesh. Mahesh did not come, huh? Mahati, Mahati, Mahesh. I think who are the others? Where is Nisha? Join class. Who is this Vikram? So I think I'm waiting for Nisha and Mahati. Nisha and Mahati, and I think Mahesh also. Okay, Ajay came, huh? Okay, Ajay Kumar came. Okay, okay, right. So I think still Nisha has to come. Just a minute. Okay, Mahati also has come now. Nisha, Vikram, and who are the other guys? Mahesh. Mahesh did not come today. Okay, right. So we'll start the class. See, I think I was telling you a mask. Okay, I showed you 3 examples. Text on side of the image, and what were the other topics? Anybody can tell? Hmm? Old man. See that age morphing I told you. Okay, and another topic is what?
Mask, robot mask.
Yeah, robotic mask. So those are the 3 topics we have discussed in the last class. So we still have some more things to learn in mask. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. See, we can create some interesting things in mask. So for example, see, we can actually see, we can use a mask. See, we have last class we have used that soft rounded brush, right? So we can use some different special type brushes. Okay, so and then we can create some more interesting things with the mask. See here, I think my complete Photoshop software is visible for all of you now. Hmm? A complete Photoshop screen is visible now, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Right. So what I'll do is, see, I'm going to use a different brush today. So we have been seeing the mask effect with only the 1 or 2 types of brushes. So I will use this time some a fancy brush. Okay, something like a splatter brush. Okay, and where we can find these splatter brushes? So in case you can't find these brushes in your Photoshop, you can actually download them. Okay, for example, yeah, here we have a dispersion brush. Okay, so this brush I have downloaded from brusheasy.com. Okay, so brusheasy.com, and let me apply a idle mask to this. Okay, so how we can apply idle mask? We can simply use Alt and click. I think all of you know na idle mask. Alt and click on this mask icon. So what will happen? So we have now applied a idle mask to this. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? See, I am using
Yes,
the
sir.
white color. See, here. So we can create some interesting effects like this, and I will just double click on this. So somebody has come. Who is that? Nisha. Okay. So I think who is missing? Only Mahesh is missing, right? Only Mahesh is not did not come.
Network issue unto sir.
Yeah. Okay. And Satish has come. Satish, are you there?
Yes sir.
Okay, right. So see here. So I have applied now a mask, and we can apply a inner shadow also. We will actually give it a black color. Okay. So something like this, and let me actually give some. Wait a minute. See here. So you can see some interesting effect here. So we can create something like this, and let me take a wooden background. Okay, I will take a wooden background. So just let me open a wood here. See, so this is a wood. So let me take this. So let's save this file. We'll save this file on our desktop as wood. Okay, just a minute. Okay, we'll directly open it from Photoshop. So I have taken this wood, and also see I will use a different brush this time. So let me delete this. So I am going to delete this. Let me drag this image into this document. Okay. So then what I will do is, and also everyone don't worry, see this class is actually being recorded. So I will also send you that recorded link maybe by evening. Okay. But having said that, see, please don't think that now I am giving you recording means you can stop coming to our classes. See, everybody has to come to the institute from next class. Okay, this class is only because today the government has declared a holiday. Okay, so that is the reason why I am taking an online class today. Okay, right. So now what is the thing we have to do? So see here, I am going to apply a first let me actually download a better brush. So I have shown you a dispersion brush, but I will go to the which side? Tell me which side we have to go. Brush
Easybrush.com.
brusheasy.com. Okay, so we'll go to this brusheasy.com. So from here we will find an interesting brush. Okay, I think splatter brushes will be nice. Okay, this type of splatter brush, but actually we'll find a better brush. So we'll just type splatter here. Okay, see some different types of splatter brushes are there. So let me download one of the splatter brush. Okay, this looks nice, blood one. Okay, so I'm going to download this. So now this brush is getting downloaded. So let me open the brush, let me actually copy it and let me keep it on my desktop. Let me create a new folder, brush, okay, and also let me paste it here and let me extract it here, okay. So we have extracted the brush. So I want this brush inside the Photoshop. So anybody can tell how we can get this brush inside Photoshop? Anybody has an idea? So brush, we have to select this import brushes, okay. I think I told you this, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So see here, we got this brush, see. So we got this brush and we can simply see here. And anybody can tell how to rotate the brush? Anybody can tell how to rotate the brush? Nobody can tell? Shift to right arrow. Okay, shift right arrow or left arrow. Okay, so we can rotate the brush. Right. So remember these things. Okay, don't forget. Okay, so this is the brush I have downloaded, and in case you want to rotate this, shift right arrow. Okay, so this is the brush. Last class we were using only one type of brush, that was soft rounded brush. Now we will be trying to check the mask effect with different types of brushes. Okay, now see what I will do. I will apply a hide all mask to this. Okay, alt and click. See here, I have applied hide all mask, and now we'll to see the effect of mask. See here. See, I can click here, see. See, you can create some interesting effects here, and we can check some more brushes here. It's a very big size one, big size brush. That is why it is we are not able to see the icon. Okay, and also we can rotate the icon like this. Okay, see here. So see here, so we have created some interesting effect, and if you think that inner shadow is not so interesting, so we can remove this inner shadow, or we can actually try to change the inner shadow values here. See, you can change the inner shadow values in case you don't like these values. Okay, so like this we can create a inner shadow, and we can also give some strokes also if you want. It's also optional. So we'll give a white stroke and we'll reduce the size of this, and we can just keep outside like this. Okay, so this is also another way. So in case you want to put stroke, but if you think the stroke is not so interesting, you can hide the stroke. Okay, see here, so we have created something interesting here. So like this, hide all mask, and let me delete the layer mask. See how to delete the layer mask? Simply you right click on the mask and then click on this delete layer mask. Okay, and then here we can check. Okay, we can check the combination of different brushes. Okay, no need of only this one type of brush. So many other brushes are there, and see, I think I told you about natural brushes. Everybody remember natural brushes? I think we have used natural brushes for the Terminator effect, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so we can see I am going to use now the natural brushes, and we'll do the same thing. So alt and click here. So then we will just try to use it like this. See here, you can get different combinations. Okay, combinations of effects here, as if this somebody has cut that wood. You'll get the effect as if the somebody is cutting the wood and inside the wood. Okay, so this is a natural brush. Okay, and then see what we can do is, see I can also give some color to this image. Okay, so how we can give color? See, I am going to take a new layer here. Okay, and then I will apply some rainbow gradients. Okay, so rainbow means multiple colors, right? All of you know the gradients, right? So now I am going to apply gradient like this, and then I will make this gradient into a clipping mask. So just see here, alt and click. See, I made it into a clipping mask, and then we can use a blending modes. Okay, so we can just use a blending mode here. See here, see something interesting. Okay, we can try overlay if you want. Okay, so see here, soft light also you can use, color you can use. Okay, so we can then reduce the opacity if you think it's too bright. Okay, too dark, right? So something interesting you can do, we can also check the multiply blend mode. Okay, see, right? So we can do something like this. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Try to use a combination of different brushes. Okay, and then you can check. Clear na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll see we'll see some more things with the mask. Okay, so see here, we have been using the brushes to see the mask effect. Okay, but I will also tell you one more thing here, that is we can also use a gradient tool to see the effect of mask. Okay, with the gradient tool also we can see the effect of mask. So how we can see the effect? Let us see. Okay, see here, see, I am going to take this rectangle. Okay, and just I am going to drag it like this. I am going to take a new layer. Okay, rectangular marquee tool, and then I am going to apply a gradient to this. Okay, so you can use any type of gradient here. Okay, so something like this. Okay, so I have applied some gradient here. Okay, and to see the effect, see, we can create some nice labels. Okay, nice labels using mask. Okay, and this time I am not going to use brushes, but I am going to use gradient. And which gradient I am going to use? I am going to use a black and white gradient. Okay, so so see here, I will also create one more over here. Okay, first we'll see the effect. So what I will do, I am going to just simply apply a normal mask. Okay, normal mask I have applied, and then so what I will do is I will take a black and white gradient. Okay, so black and white gradient I am going to take. So black and also white. Okay, so see here we have a black and white. Okay, and then what we are going to do, see, I am going to use a linear gradient. So everybody can see this linear gradient. Linear gradient here. And also the color is black and white. See, why we have to use black and white? Because to see the effect of masks we have to use black color and white color. Okay, because black will hide areas and white will show areas. I think all of you know this, right? All of you know this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now see here, I am going to use a linear gradient and then simply drag from left corner to right corner like this. See here, you can see some nice interesting fade out effect. Can you see how it got faded out? So why it got faded out like this? Because see, you can just observe the mask thumbnail here. Okay, on the left side we have a black color, on the right side we have white color. So wherever there is black, that part is becoming transparent, and wherever there is gray areas, that part is becoming semi transparent. Okay, and wherever there is complete white, that part is fully visible. Okay, understand this. Okay, everyone. See here. So wherever there is black, so on the left side there is black here. So see that's why this part of the image has become transparent. Okay. Now we'll do the same thing. I'm going same thing at the bottom. I'm going to take one more layer, and I'm going to use the rectangular marquee tool. Okay, and then what I am going to do? I'm going to create again a gradient here. See here, so a linear gradient I have created, and then I'm going to apply a mask to this. Okay, and then what else? What I will be doing? I will be using again a black and white gradient. Okay. So all of you, is it clear? Are you able to understand what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see here. Now I'm going to drag the gradient here. See, from right to left. See here. So we can see one again a fade out effect at the bottom. On top and at the bottom. See, you can see that fade out effect. See, now from right side, wherever there is black, that part of the image has become transparent. Okay. So is it clear now? Okay. So now see, we can use these things as some labels. Okay. I can put something like whatever you want, you can put. So let me delete this. Let me wait a minute. We'll take Times New Roman, okay? And we'll say animation, okay? So Control Shift less than. Okay? So you can use any color if you want, any color. Okay, and we will just type training center here. Okay, so we can make it small like this. So how I am making it small? Anybody can tell? Anybody can tell how I am making it small?
Control Shift less than.
Okay, good. Right. So see here. So we have created some nice labels. So we can use these as some kind of nice labels if at all you are designing a poster or something. So for this also we can use this layer mask. Okay. I think all of you got the point, right? Okay. So these are the some interesting things we can do. There are so many plenty of interesting things that we can do. Okay. So one more thing I want to tell you all is, see, there is one more mask actually. There is one more mask that we all have to know. So I think I told you about this what do you call pen tool, right? I told you about pen tool. I also told you about the shapes, ellipse tool and polygon tool, custom shape tool. All of you remember those things, right? Pen tool, this one. These things I think all of you remember, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
see now what I will be doing is, I am going to show you a different type of mask. That mask will work along with this pen tool, or you can say these shapes. So that mask is called vector mask. Okay, now we will see what is vector mask. Okay, so I'm going to close this image and okay, let me open this image. Okay, and then what I will do, I am going to take one more layer here at the bottom, and I will give it some let us say white color. Okay, so we have a white color background and I'm going to select this. So this time I'm going to apply vector mask. Okay, so I will show you the notes for the vector mask, and all of you can take a screenshot of the thing, or if you have patience you can write down. So let me show you here. Everybody can see my screen, right?
Right, sir.
Okay, so see here. So this is vector mask here. Okay. So just tell me after taking a screenshot of this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, completed. Huh? So this is
Completed, sir.
okay. So this is vector mask. Okay. So vector mask is used with shapes. Okay, with shapes or with pen tool options. Okay, so means we cannot see the effect of vector mask with brushes or with gradient tool. Okay, so how to use the vector mask, now we are going to see. Okay, right. So what I am going to do is, first step is I am going to put the option here as path. This is very important. Okay, when you are seeing the effect of vector mask, you have to select the option path here. Okay, this is very important. Second is, see, we have to create a shape. Okay, we have to create a shape using pen tool, and we have to apply vector mask. So how we can apply vector mask? So to apply vector mask, it is same like a layer mask, but the only thing is, see, you have to go to this layer menu and you have to select a vector mask here. Everybody is able to get my point? So we are selecting this layer mask. Till now we have selected this layer mask and we have checked this reveal all and hide all. But now we are selecting this vector mask and using this reveal all and hide all. Same options are there for vector mask also. Okay, same options are there, but there is a difference. See, but we can see the effect of vector mask only using shapes. Okay, now see what happens. See, I have applied a vector mask. Now you can see this thumbnail. Same, it is looking same like a layer mask. Okay, you don't see any difference here. But when you will see the difference, see, I am now going to show you the difference. See, first, see, the most important thing you all have to remember. See, here one option is there. Everybody can see this. See, everybody can see this option here. See, here this is, see, the first option is combine shapes. Always keep this one on. See, when you are using vector mask now, always keep this combine shapes option on. If not, you will not be able to see the effect of vector mask. Okay, right, somebody has come. Who is this? June Joy. Who is that? Who is that? Okay, Mahesh, huh? Is that Mahesh? Okay. So keep this option as combine shapes, and here the option should be path, and the most important thing is the thumbnail. The vector mask thumbnail should be active. Only if all these things are properly selected, you can see the effect of mask. Okay, vector mask. Okay, who is this? Anuraga. Okay, so see here, I am using the pen tool. See, we'll create the simple heart shape like always. See here, so I think all of you are able to understand now. See, this is vector mask, this is not layer mask. Okay, see, I can use the pen tool path option and adjust this mask. Okay. So see here. So then, and you can check the thumbnail here. Check the thumbnail here. So this is a vector mask thumbnail. Are you all getting my point? This is a vector mask thumbnail. So there is a shape here, and you can modify the shape. And see, this is a shape that we have created using pen tool. And instead of creating a shape with pen tool, we can also use the ready-made shapes that are available here. See, custom shapes. So for example, here we have flowers. So we can use this flower custom shape. See here. But the most important thing is keep this vector mask thumbnail active. Okay. So just drag it like this. See here. Is it clear, all of you? Okay. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
See, so this shape we have created with pen tool. These are the custom shapes that we have saved. I think in that pen tool class I told you how to create our own custom shapes. Yes or no? Did I tell you how to create our own shapes and save them in this panel? Did I tell you or not tell you?
Yes, sir.
I told na? Job. Okay. So now what is the next thing we'll do? So see here, you can make it more interesting here. So how we can make it more interesting? See, you can actually change the shape of these shapes. So you can actually, for example, if I want to change the shape of this flower, what I can do, see, I can add extra point here. See, I can add extra point and then I can make it more like this. See here, so it's changing, right? See, I can change it, okay? And then see, we can also make it more interesting by adding a inner shadow. So how we can add inner shadow? So simply double click here and see this layer style window appears, and then you can just simply turn on this inner shadow. See here, and then you can increase it. See, everybody can see this, right? See, is it clear, all of you? So you can make it more interesting here. So you can actually give an inner shadow, and in case you want you don't want this shadow to be too dark, you can reduce the opacity. See here. See how interesting it is. We can make it more interesting here. We can make it more interesting by using it with the combination of these options. So what is that options? See, let me show you. So here we can see in properties we have some options. So I think all of you have taken the screenshot of this one also, right? So see here, to give feather or softness to the vector mask shapes, go to Windows and Properties. Okay. So I think all of you have taken the screenshot of this one also, because you have taken screenshot of this, and even I think this point also appears. Okay, this point also I think you got in your screenshot. Yes or no? Feather. This point.
Yes, sir.
This, and also this point also you can take. Okay, I think all these 3 points you got it in your screenshot. Yes or no? These 3 points. Or if not, you please take the screenshot of this. Okay. Completed our screenshots.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So now see here. See here. Here we have this density. So what will happen with density? See. So you can see the effect here. How interesting effect it is. We are able to see. Just see here. So these kind of effects we can use for album designing. So I think wedding albums are there now, so we can use these things for these kind of effect for wedding albums, cover designs. Okay, those are those things. Okay, see here, see, I can also give some feather to this. See here, you can see I also gave some feather to these shapes, and you can add some more shapes here. Okay, if you want me to add some more shapes, let me add some more shapes here. So I'm going to go to the custom shapes, and then see here some other shapes are there, some other flowers are there here. So I will let me add these flowers. Okay, so but the most important thing you have to remember is this thumbnail should be active. Okay, vector mask thumbnail should be active. See here, so some more shapes I am adding here. And you can also create your own shapes. So let me create my own shape here. So see, same like before, simple heart shape I will create. Okay, okay, see here, and see we also got feather. We also got feather for each shape here. So is it clear now? Vector mask. So is vector mask clear all to all of you? So what happened? So see here, you can get a number of combinations. So what happened, everybody? Did you got my point, vector mask?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So see, I will just give you one, just show you one more example, and after that I will give you one assignment also for this class. So see, let me open an image of a bride and a groom. Okay. So or say we can say Indian wedding. Okay, we can say Indian wedding. So see here, so I have opened this Indian wedding here. Yeah, I think I got one image. Wait a minute. I think yeah. So let's open this image. Okay. See, I'm going to save this. So we can say some okay, Indian bride and groom. Okay. So let me save this. So let us open this. So I think it is on desktop. So let me open it. Okay, so where is it? Yeah, here. So whatever you have seen here, see whatever you have seen here, so we can use this concept and to create some nice interesting wedding album designs, especially for cover pages. Okay, inside the cover pages or something like that. So what you can do is, see, after taking this image, so what I will do, I am going to let me give a background here, put a background here. I am going to first put a white color background, and then I am going to apply a vector mask to this. So how to apply vector mask? Anybody can tell? So
Layers.
okay, layer, vector mask, and here we can say reveal all or hide all. Okay. So see, hide all means simply this image will be hidden, and then to see the effect of vector mask, you have to just create this shape. See, just you have to take a pendule, and then the thumbnail, mask thumbnail should be active, and the path option should be active, and also the combined shape should be active. Okay, and then we can simply just draw the shapes like this. So whatever shape you want, you can draw. Okay, like this. Okay, see here. Okay, and so we can actually we can use actually normal Revolve vector mask. Okay, so to apply a Revolve vector mask, again we'll go to the layer, vector mask and Revolve. And one more thing I want to tell you here is, see, in case you want to apply the vector mask from layers panel, okay, if you want to apply vector mask from layers panel, so what we can do, so we have to hold control on the keyboard. Everybody remember this. If you want to apply vector mask, okay, from your layers panel, from here, okay, you have to hold control and click on this thumbnail. So see, so this is actually a vector mask, this is not a layer mask. Okay, so now what you can do is, see, now I am going to use the path option here. I am going to keep the option as combine shapes here, and then I am going to draw a shape with a pen tool. Okay, so we'll do the same thing. We'll draw the simple heart shape. So because this shape looks very simple to me, okay, I will do one thing. So okay, every time I'm using this heart shape, right? So this time I will do one thing. I will do one more interesting thing. That is, I am going to get a shape from outside. Like let us say butterfly shape. Let us use a butterfly shape this time, and then let us convert that butterfly into a custom shape and save it in our custom shapes panel here. And then let us use that butterfly shape. Is it clear, all of you? Are you getting my point? Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see here. Now what I will do is, so I am going to download a butterfly shape. I'll just say butterfly silhouette. Okay, we'll just type butterfly silhouette. Okay, so that we can get only a silhouette of butterfly like this, something like this. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Or is this good? Yeah, this one is good. So I will just save this. I think this is a very small one here. Okay, right? So then I'm going to open this in Photoshop. Okay, I'm opening this in Photoshop. Okay, and now I want to ask some of you a question. Okay, so how we can make this into a custom shape? Anybody can tell?
First we have to do the selection, and
Yeah.
and in Windows we have to select path.
In Windows, okay, first we have to get a selection, and then what do you have to do next?
Window,
Window. What is in Windows? Nothing is in there in Windows.
paths,
Okay, paths. Then what do you have to do?
and we have to click on the fourth icon.
Yeah, this one. Okay, this is actually load make the path selection into a path. Okay, then what do you have to do to save this as a custom shape? Only one person is saying. What about others? Akila, Vaishali, Mahati, Sonia, and others like Ajay, Satish, Vikram, Nisha.
Yes, sir.
I asked you one question: how to convert this into a custom shape?
Yes, sir.
Only one person is telling me the answer. What about others? Are all others active, listening, or just?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, then how tell me how to create this into a custom shape.
Control Enter.
Control Enter. Okay, so see here. Go to edit. See, I don't know how many of you remember this. I told you this. Define custom shape. Did I tell you or not? Define custom shape. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. So like this, and we will be saving this butterfly. Okay, and we are saving this butterfly to where? To our custom shape tool panel. Here, see here, we got our butterfly. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will use this butterfly. So see, just come back to this image. Then what we'll do? See, I have already applied a vector mask to this. Okay. So then we have to select the option path, and then we have to select this thumbnail, and then we will draw this like this. Okay. Is it clear? Is it clear, all of you? See here,
Yes, sir.
we got this butterfly. Okay, so we can actually we can use this. We'll use a path selection here, and then we can move this. See, I can also move it, and I can also scale it like this. See, make it big. Okay, see, we can use these techniques for wedding album designs. See here. Is it clear, all of you? So then, what else we can do? Say we can use some more shapes here. Okay, so we can then now let us use this other flowers. Okay, so we'll use flowers and heart shapes. Okay, just select the thumbnail, and then we can just create this like this. Okay, so and then we can also use this heart shape. If you want to draw with a pen tool, you can draw, or already I think I have saved one heart shape here in custom shapes, so I can create like this also. So see here. Okay, so something like this. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see here. So I have created something like this, and then what else we can do? See here, I will show you one more interesting thing here. So I am going to take a duplicate of this layer. I will take a duplicate. So how we can take duplicates? I can then just take a duplicate by using Ctrl J. Okay, so now I have taken a duplicate, and then see what I will do. I am going to delete the vector mask for this. Okay, so how we can delete the vector mask? Simply right click and you can say delete vector mask. Okay, so now the vector mask is gone. Now I am going to convert this into a black and white image. Are you all getting my point? I am going to convert this into a black and white image. So how I am going to convert? Anybody can tell? To convert this into a black and white image, so what we have to do? Anybody can tell?
In image, we have to go to saturated.
Okay,
something.
or there is a keyboard shortcut. Anybody can tell the keyboard shortcut to convert the image to black and white? Control Shift U. Control Shift U. I think I told you, right? I also gave you notes for this. See here. Desaturate. Image adjustments. Desaturate. Okay. Right. Now what is the next thing? We will just keep it below this layer. Okay. See here. And what we will do is, see, I will give some inner shadow to this top one. Okay, double click, and then I will give some inner shadow to this here. So we can actually increase this. and we can also see, you can use this like this. Okay, so are you getting my point, all of you? Hmm? Hmm? Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what else we can do is, see, I just now told you that about density. So how we can access the density? So select this thumbnail, and then we'll go to this windows, and then we'll select the properties. Okay, so in properties, see, we can see these options. See, density. See here, you can see the density option. So you can see the effect of density, and also see here, means we can use the combination of both black and white and color. Okay, so this technique can be used for some album designing. Okay, you can also give some feather to this. See, the edges are soft now. Okay, are you all able to understand?
Yes, sir.
See here, so see here the density. So you can increase or decrease the density, and to make it more interesting, see, let me give some stroke also to this. I will give a light white color stroke. Okay, so simple stroke I will give. So I think we'll use a white color. Okay, stroke is not so interesting actually. I will say inside. You can give stroke is optional. Okay, see, can you see the stroke, everybody? Hmm? Hmm? Can you see the stroke, everyone?
Yes, sir.
See, now we have created some a cover photo for a wedding album. We have designed a cover photo for a wedding album. So something like this. So using what? Using vector mask. Are you all able to understand? Using vector mask. See here. So that you can use a different combination. You can also try with some nice gradients also. So just for what I am applying gradient for the stroke. Okay. So you can apply some here. You can use this. See the combinations. See how many combinations we are getting here. Can you all see this? So different combinations we are getting. Okay, but if you don't like this gradient, see, you can actually omit the gradient. Okay, see here, we also can give some pattern here. See pattern also, and so what else we can do? See the pattern, and if you want, you can scale the pattern if you wish. See here, can you see the change? Is it clear, all of you? Look at the number of combinations we can use with this vector mask. Okay, see, if you don't like this, only if you want like this inner shadow, you can keep this inner shadow here. Okay, see here, right? And we can try it with different colors, different colors, different combinations. Okay, we can use. See here, and see we can also change the. See, we can also change the these shapes actually. Okay, let me actually change the inner shadow color. I think yellow is not so interesting. Okay, so something like this. And one thing is, we can also convert the vector mask into layer mask. Are you all getting my point? We can also convert the vector mask into layer mask. So how to convert vector mask to layer mask? See, right click on the vector mask thumbnail and select rasterize vector mask. Okay. So how we can do that? Just a minute. Okay. So I'm going to rasterize. I'm going to rasterize this vector mask. Simply right click here and select rasterize vector mask. Okay. Okay. See here. Now vector mask has become layer mask. Now we can use brushes. Understanding everybody? Are you able to understand everyone? See, vector mask can only be used with shapes. Okay, layer mask can be used only with brushes or gradient tool. Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So now what is this? This is a layer mask. So means I can use brushes now. See, simply I can try to add some extra attraction to this by using brushes. See, now that this is no longer a vector mask now. This is a layer mask now. So we can use the same brushes that we have been using. So we can use the same this type of brushes. See, natural brushes. Okay. See here. See, can you see this? So I can make this more interesting, okay, by using these shapes. Okay, see here. I can make it more interesting here. See. Okay, is it clear, all of you? And then we can
Yes,
try.
sir.
We can again we can apply these strokes. See, and make it more interesting here. See. Let's come back to the colors. We can change the color size. We can say outside in case you want. Okay, see here. So many combinations. See, we can reduce opacity here. And if we, in case we want some different color, so we can give the different color here. See here. Just look at the number of combinations you can get. Okay, just look at the number of combinations. We can also add inner glow to this. So many things you can do. Okay, is it clear, all of you? So and to make it more finally, what we can do again, we can enhance it by using the brushes again. Okay, by using some more brushes. I think it's clear now. Vector mask, everyone. So everyone is clear? Somebody has come?
Yes, sir.
Who is that superhero? Who is this superhero? Yeah. Strange people are coming. Huh? Who are these? Who is that person? Okay. Right. Okay, so see, I will give you one assignment on this. Okay, just finish it off. Finish off the mask with this vector mask. So see the density. As you keep reducing the density, what will happen? So you can see the background here. Okay, so you can actually use a combination. See, if you increase the density now, so you can get a mix of this color and black and white. Are you all able to understand? You can get a mix of color and black and white.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. And then we can also try these things. Okay, outer glows also. See how many combinations. So we are using so many combinations here. See, blue, pink, so many colors, magentas. Right. So I will give you an assignment for the next class. Okay. So what is the assignment? All of you listening?
Yes, sir.
See, everybody has to do this assignment and show me by next class. See, the assignment is take a photo. Okay, take a photo of wedding. Okay, wedding take a photo of wedding and use or wedding. Take a wedding photo. Take a photo of wedding and use vector mask. Okay, vector mask and create a nice album cover. Okay, album cover design. So something of this kind. You have to try to use some different photographs, take different shapes. Okay, and you also have to use here. You also have to use different shapes. Okay, shapes and also create shapes with pen tool. Okay, is it clear all of you? Something like this, but try to use different shapes and try to use your creativity. Don't try to do exactly like how I did. You also can use your own ideas. Is it clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So now see, we have covered topics related to this mask. Okay, so now we will start a new topic today. So what is the new topic? So I am going to start a new topic today, that is, wait a minute. See, I will just come in 1 minute. See, all of you please be online. Okay. So, see, we have covered a mask. Okay, last class we have seen some examples in mask. This class we have seen some more examples in mask. So we will be using mask again in coming classes also, and also now the new topic that I am going to start now. Even in this topic also we will be using mask in some places. So the new topic that I am going to use, I am going to start now is filters. Okay. So what are filters? And I want to ask you one question. Did I tell you about smart object? Did I tell everyone about smart object?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
No, sir.
No or yes? I think
Yes, sir.
yes. So what is a smart object? Anybody can tell? Because I'm not able to remember whether I told about smart object for your batch or for some other batch. Okay. So I want you to tell me. Did I tell you about smart object?
Yes, yes, sir.
So what is the use of smart object?
Picture resolution, sir.
Picture resolution. Okay. Means for example, if you want to means if you want to maintain quality for this, so what you have to do, we have to convert it to a smart object, and then if you make it small, so if you make it small and then if you make it big, its quality will be preserved. Okay, its quality will not come down. This is the one use of smart object. Another use, what is the another use? I think there is one more use for this, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So what is the another use?
You can use different names in.
Yeah, we can type some matter on a image, and then the same matter will be present on all other images. Okay, if you do change on one image, the change will be reflected on other images. So that is a multi-purpose use of smart object. There is also another third use of smart object, that is we can also use smart object as smart filters. So what are smart filters? Now I am going to tell you after starting this filters topic. Okay, so now let us start this filters topic. Okay, so that is why I just gave you an idea about smart object, because we have to know about smart object before starting filters. So see here, filters are like a background effects. Okay, so there are many things that we can do with filters. One thing that we can do with filters is, so we can use them for background effects. Okay, background designs, effects, and also we can create artwork with filters. Okay, and then we can also use filters for creating caricature. Okay, and also we can use filters for improving the color and contrast or brightness of the image. So many things that we can do with filter. Filter is like a multi-purpose tool actually. Okay, filter menu is like a multi-purpose tool. So many things we can do. So first basic thing is we can use them for background effects. So now let us see how filters can be used for creating background effects. And the first thing I want to tell you here is, see, we should know the foreground and background color information. Okay, see, the foreground color here is white, the background color is black. So I'm going to change the foreground and background color. Okay, so let me change the foreground color here. So the foreground color is blue. Okay, and I'm also going to change the background color. See, now we have a blue and red colors, foreground and background colors. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Blue and red. Okay, so now let me apply a filter. Okay, I will start with a simple filter, and that filter will be applied by picking the foreground and background color information. Okay, so just I'm going to go to the filter, and here we have a number of filters here. Okay, so but I will start with some simple basic filter, that is clouds filter. Okay, so where is clouds filter? Filter, render, and clouds. See here. So now see, we got some kind of clouds background. Okay, so that is what we can do. So we got some nice interesting clouds, blue and red clouds. So if you want a simple blue and white color cloud, so I'm going to change the background color to white and I'm going to keep the foreground color to blue, and then I will go to filter and I will apply, I will go to render, and then I will simply click on this clouds. See here, is it clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what is the next thing we are going to do is I am going to apply one more filter on top of this existing filter. Okay, so what is that one more filter? See, I am going to go to the filter and then here I am going to go to this stylize and then I am going to go to this extrude. So I am going to use this extrude filter. Okay, so here I will type something called 12 here. Okay, so something like this. See here. Okay, see the change. Okay, is it clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see here something interesting. Okay, so I will apply one more filter over this. Filter, distort and twirl. So see here, twirl. See here, so something interesting. Okay, so I will do one thing. See, instead of applying on the same single document, I am going to take one more layer here. See, just one more layer I have taken, and then I will just give some different color to this. See here, and then I am going to apply one more filter here. So this time I am going to go to this crystallize. Okay, see, we can use this crystallize. Let me increase this. I think all of you can see this effect, right? So it's a mild effect. See here, I think all of you can see this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and we can combine this effect with the bottom layer effect, so by using the blending modes. See here, so we can get different combinations here. See here, so different combinations we can get. Okay, the colors are blending and also the effect is blending. See how the effect is blending, you can see. Okay, and then we can also enhance it again by using the blur filter. See, I am going to apply radial blur to this, and see what I will do is, let me merge these two layers. So how we can merge the layers? Anybody can tell how to merge?
Control E.
Control E. Okay, see, select both the layers and use Control E and unlock the layer, and then I am going to go to the filter blur and see, I will apply radial blur to this. See, so I am going to use the zoom and here I am going to increase it. See here, you can see the change. See how much change we brought here. Okay, so we have created some nice interesting background. Okay, so how we can use this actually? So you can actually use it by, let me go to the images here. One minute. So let me actually go to Google Images. So we'll say, okay, wait a minute. I think I have the image. 1 minute. So we'll take this Tom Cruise image, okay? And I'm going to copy this keep it in on my desktop. Okay, so let me open it in Photoshop. So where is Tom Cruise? Yeah, here. Okay, so see here, what I will do, I am going to just keep it here. So this can be used for some interesting movie post-or effects. Okay, and then see, we have just now covered mask. Okay, now I am going to use the combination of mask here, where we are going to use combination of mask and filters. Okay, is it clear, all of you? So what I will do, I am going to use hide all mask to this. Okay, and then let me actually paint here. So see here. So see here. See. So something like this. Okay, we can also do something like see here. Okay, is it clear now? See here. So okay, this can be used for some interesting movie poster designs. See here. Is it clear, all of you? So we can actually keep it above also if you want, and then we can say we can actually use it with along with the blending modes also. Okay, see here, then different combinations we can use. See here, color dots. Okay, we can also use with the dark and blending mode. Okay, I think screen is interesting, right? Screen and overlay are interesting. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in case you want to show his face properly now, you can apply mask to this, then you can try to paint in these areas. Okay, see. See here. Okay. So something like this you can create. Okay, this is one simple interesting example using filters. So now we will see some more some more interesting things that we can do with filters. So okay, see here, what I want to tell you is, just a minute, let me open the okay. So here I have taken an image. Okay, let me close this. So this is an image of a forest where we can find bright sunlight here. Are you all able to understand? Okay. Here is an image of a forest where you can find a bright sunlight, and this sunlight is coming out of these woods. Okay, or you can say trees. Okay. Are you all listening? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what you'll do, I am going to create a sun rays. Okay, I will be creating a sun rays using a filter. Okay, So let us see, and I have prepared notes for this, and you all can take a screenshot of this. So see here, this is a screenshot. So all of you can take a screenshot and tell me after you completed the screenshot. Okay. Completed?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now see, we'll create a sun rays. Okay. So the first thing you have to do is same. We have to pick the brightest areas in this image. So what are the brightest areas? So these are the brightest areas. So here you can see, you can find the brightest area. So to pick that brightest area, okay, I am going to use an option, that is color range. Okay. So I think all of you know color range, right? Yes or no? Color range. Color range.
Sir.
Yeah. So what was the example I told you with color range? Anybody can tell? So what was the example? Anybody can tell?
Jumping column maybe. Image, sir.
Yeah. What is that?
Jumping from the bit, sir. That image.
Yeah. That is the thing. So let us do that. So see now, I am going to go to the select and I am going to select this color range option, and I am going to pick the brightest areas. See here, I picked the brightest spot. Okay, then just click OK. So now all the brightest areas are now selected. Now I am going to copy, Ctrl C, copy, and then I am going to go to the new layer, and then I will paste these brightest spots in this new layer. Okay, see, I have pasted the brightest spots in the new layer. Now what I will do is I am going to apply a filter. So what is that filter? That filter is radial blur. Okay, I am going to apply a radial blur filter. So filter, blur, radial blur, and then see, in the radial blur, just now we have applied radial blur actually. Okay, so here we can actually change the direction of blur actually. See, if you want to change the direction, if you want the blur to come from top right corner or top left corner, you can change this, or if you want the blur to come from the center, you can do. Okay, so you can change the direction of blur, so whichever side you want you can change, right? So see, let me do it from here. Okay, and then the most important thing is the option should be zoom here. Okay, zoom, and the quality should be best, and then simply click OK. See here, everybody can see the sun rays. Can you see the sun rays?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if you want more intensity now, if you want more intensity, what you can do? Take duplicates. See, control change. See here, as I keep taking the duplicates, see now the sun rays is increasing now. See, so now you got a very intense sun rays. Is it clear, all of you? So let me actually change the direction. So let me again, I am going to select the brightest spots. Okay, and then click OK, and again Ctrl C, Ctrl Shift V, and let me change the direction this time. So I am going to go to the blur, and then again I will select the radial blur, and then I am changing the direction here. See, I'll just keep it like this. See, now it's coming like this. See, and then if you want more intensity, take duplicates, Ctrl J. See, Is it clear? Hmm? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so one more thing I want to tell you here is, see, for example, in case we don't have bright spots, for example, here in this image we have a bright areas here. I will select one more image here. Okay, let me select one more image. So I just will type forest. See here. So in this image there are no bright areas, means compared to this one. Okay, here we have this brightest area over here, but here we don't have that many brightest areas. So how we can create a rays in these type of images? So for this there is another way actually. Even though this way is not so interesting compared to the previous option, you can still use it. Okay, you can still use it for creating rays to some extent, to certain extent. Okay, it may not be too realistic, but you can still use this technique also. Okay, so what is the technique? So see here, I have taken a new layer. I am going to take the brush and I am going to use the hard round brush. Okay, so I am going to use this. See, I am going to create some white circles with this brush. Are you all getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, I have created all these white color circles. Now what I will do is I am going to apply filter to this. Filter, blur and radial blur. Okay, again I am going to change the direction and then simply click OK. See here, you got the rays. Okay, and again if you want more intensity, what you have to do? Take duplicates. So even though these are not as realistic as the previous example, in case you don't have these bright areas, you can use this technique. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So something like this. Okay, and then in case you want to put some bright sunlight, you can actually use another filter. There is one filter actually for sunlight. So this is a lens flare. Okay, see here we can put the sunlight here, and we can increase the brightness here. Okay, see here, sunlight. So you are getting a sunlight here. See, able to understand everyone? Able to understand everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a lens flare filter. So with the lens flare filter you can create a artificial sunlight. Okay. Then what you can do is here. So I will also tell you one thing called texture actually. So see here, let me actually take a bluish color here. Okay, and this time I am going to use a light blue color. Okay, see here, dark blue and light blue. I have taken a dark blue and light blue, and then I will go to the filter and I will go to the where I will go. See, I am going to go to the render, and here we have something called fibers. So I think everybody can see this, right? Fibers. So we can create a texture. Texture means like something like a cloth texture, right? So we can create something like a jeans pant texture. So I think most of you wear jeans pant, right? So we can create a jeans pant texture like this. See here. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So if you want, you can give some a little bit of blur to this. So blur, and I can give some motion blur also. So but very little motion blur, okay? So that it will be a little bit, okay? Very slight motion blur you can give, okay? So they will be a little bit dim, okay? So we have seen, now we got a basic idea, knowledge of what we can do with filters, okay? So we will now move on. See, one more thing I want to tell you is, see, we can also apply filters to the text. So we can also apply filters to the text. So how we can apply filter to the text? So just you type the text, okay? You type the text. I'm going to type something. So you'll type something like animation, okay? So I'm going to just give some color to this. And excuse me, and if you want to give some effect to this, so what we can do? So we can go to filter. So let me apply a motion blur filter to this, okay? Motion blur filter. So what I will do is, first let me skew this. So how to skew? So here we have an option skew, okay? I'm going to bend it like this, bend the text like this. Then I'm going to take a duplicate of the text, okay? And for the bottom layer I'm going to apply the filter, okay? So just we'll go to the filter and I'm going to select the blur and I'm going to use this motion blur, okay? So we'll apply a motion blur filter. So the moment you apply filter, see, you are going to see one message. So see this message. So what is this message is saying? This message is saying this layer must be rasterized or converted to a smart object before proceeding. If rasterized, its text will no longer be editable. Means you have to convert the text to an image. So I think I told you about how to convert text to an image. I think all of you remember that, right? How to convert text to
Yes,
an image,
sir.
all of you remember that. Okay. So you can to convert the text to an image, just simply click on this rasterize. You can also convert the text to a smart object, and we will be seeing the what is the use of smart object shortly, okay? But right now we will just convert the text to image by clicking on this rasterize. So now you can apply filter to this, see. So you can create something like a motion blur, see, something interesting, see, okay? Is it clear, all of you? Some nice interesting blur effect you can apply. Got it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you can also try with other filters such as distort, okay? See, let me apply it 12 to this. See here, something like this, okay? And you can also try this zigzag. So these are all self-explanatory, you can understand them. But what I want to tell you is, you can apply, okay? You can apply this filter. See, okay? So something like this, okay? Now we'll see some more interesting things that we can do with filters, okay? And I will tell you one example here, and for this example I am also going to give you one assignment, okay? So let us see what is that example. So I will take this Michael Jackson. I am going to take a bricks background, okay? So let me select the bricks. and let me select this Michael Jackson. Okay, so we can select by using this quick selection, right? Select subject. Then what is the next step we can do? Simply drag the Michael Jackson. Okay, you can actually zoom and check if the Michael Jackson is properly selected. So you see his fingers are not fully selected. So what you can do, anybody can tell if you want his fingers to be properly selected. Nobody is saying anything.
Shift. Drag.
Okay, right. So now what I'll do, I'm going to simply use V and then simply drag. So I can now close it. Okay. So we can create some nice interesting stage lighting effect. Okay, stage lighting effect. So we can do that. So select the background layer. Okay, and we can create a vignette also, but no need of vignette here, because the moment you apply this filter, it almost looks like a vignette. Okay, so just see here, go to the filter, and then in render we have something called a lightning effects. Okay, lightning effects. See here, all of you, are you able to see this lightning effects? Able to see this?
Yes, sir.
See here. So this is a gizmo actually. This is a lightning effects gizmo. So with this gizmo you can move the lights wherever you want. Okay. You can go top side or bottom side or left or right. Okay. And then I can scale this. See. So width is I can change the width. I can also scale the length. See. I can also do one thing. See, I can also rotate. See, I can rotate this, change the angle. Able to understand everyone? So like this I can do. And what else I can do? So I can also increase the intensity here. Okay, see, if your intensity is low, I can increase the intensity. So you can do with this gizmo, or you can also use these options here. Here there are some options. Are you all able to understand? Here some options are there on the right side. So here you can change the color. See, I can change the color to yellow. I can change the color to green. I can change the color to blue. I can change the color to red. Okay, like this I can change. Okay, something like a stage light. Stage light effect. Right? So we are going to keep it as a something like a dark bluish color. And then what else we can do? You can increase the hotspot here, range. Okay, so you can change the lights here. Here spotlight is there, you can change to some other lights also. Okay, point light also you can do. Point light looks like a some tube bulb actually, but let's stick to the spotlight here. Okay, and then let's keep it properly. See, we can move it like this. See, change the angle here. We can rotate it. Are you all able to understand?
Sir.
Right. Let me keep it like this. See here, I'm also scaling the length. Okay. So once we are done with all these things, Okay, so once we are done with all these things, so what you can do is I'm going to click OK here. I'm going to click OK. Okay, now see, we will create something interesting here. We'll make something interesting here. I'm going to create a ring here, or a ring around or you can say a streak around Michael Jackson. So how to create a streak? Anybody can tell? So I'm going to take one new layer. Just I'm going to take a pen tool. See, I will start from here. Okay. Okay. And see, in the pen tool class, I told you how we can convert a brushstroke to a how we can convert a path to a brushstroke. I think all of you remember that, right? Path to a brushstroke.
Yes, sir.
So, and also I am going to make this path, make this brushstroke in such a way that it has thickness in the middle and sharpness on corners. Okay. So for that we have to use the brush settings and we have to use simulate pressure option. Okay. I think all of you know that, right? So see.
Yes, sir.
So what I will do is I am going to see, first let me create a brushstroke. Okay, so it's little bit thick, so I am going to make it a little bit thin. Okay, so this much we can make it still thinner. Okay, this looks good. So now what I will do, I am going to go to the windows and select the brush settings. So the brush settings are on now, and here I am going to select the shape dynamics, and then here I am going to use pen pressure. All of you remember this? Shape dynamics and pen pressure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now what I will do, I am going to see, I am going to select the pen tool. Okay, and I am going to first let us check. Okay, I am going to select the pen tool, and then I am going to right click on this stroke path, and then I am going to select brush from here, and then I am going to use simulate pressure. Okay, see, all of you remember this? See, just look at the stroke. Okay, then what I will do, what is the next step I will do? So I can actually then go to the paths. Where are paths actually? So I think here paths are there. Then I can delete the path. Okay, simply right click and delete path. Okay, is it clear? So now we have deleted the path. See, we got something like a streak. And then what is the next thing we'll do is, see, I'm going to apply a mask to this because I want the streak to come from behind Michael Jackson like this. It starts in the front and then goes behind Michael Jackson and then appears. Okay, like this we want the streak to be appear in this manner. So what we can do, I'm going to apply a mask to this, and then I'm going to select the brush tool. Okay, and let me erase the part that is going over the Michael Jackson's body. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Is it clear? See,
Yes, sir.
see, I am erasing the part that goes over the body of Michael Jackson like this, so that it appears as if it is coming from behind Michael Jackson. Right, is it clear? See, so something like this I have created. See, okay, so now what you'll do is, see, I am going to make this look like a glowing streak. Okay, something like a very glowing streak. I think all of you remember glow, right? So we are going to use the same glow settings to create a streak here. We will keep this streak white in color, but the glow should be in different color. We will use a yellow glow. Okay, so how to use a yellow glow? So I am going to first start with the inner glow. Okay, and then we can actually slightly increase this glow. Okay, we don't have to increase it too much, slightly increase the glow so that it only appears around the edges. And then what else we can do? Don't change any other settings here. Okay, it should be only on the edges. And then we will use a same color, that is yellow color, and then we will use go to the this one outer glow, and in outer glow also we will use the same color here. Okay, see, is it clear all of you? See here, is it clear all of you? And then we will use a drop shadow, and then in a drop shadow also we will use the same color, and then for this color we will use which one? Linear dodge. Okay, and then we can slightly increase the size. See here. Is it clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
See, something like a streak, light streak we are creating. And then what else we can do? So if you want more to enhance it further, you can just take a new layer, and then I am going to use a yellowish color here. See, and then we can actually but use which one? This soft round. Okay, don't use hard round. So, and then we can keep the option as linear dodge, and we will reduce the flow amount here because it should not be too intense. So see, I think all of you are getting the idea, right? So because we have used all these things, okay, all these things we have used, remember. Remember everybody?
Yes, sir.
Akila, Vaishali, what happened to Vaishali?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vaishali is there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Okay. Because you have become very silent, what happened I was thinking.
No, nothing.
Okay. See here. So some nice streaks, and if you want more intensity, Control J. See here. So more intensity we got. Linear dodge. See. Okay, and then to make it more interesting, so I can give some this one. I can give some fog effect. Okay. So how we can give fog effect? So we can I'll take one more layer here, and then I will just take a pen tool. Okay, and then I can just create a conical shape here. Simple conical shape. And when you are using the pen tool with path option, always take a new layer. Don't forget this. Mahati, Ajay, and who is that other poor people? Vikram, Nisha. Are you all listening?
Yes, sir, listening.
Okay. Okay, good. Right. So next, see, I'm going to hit Control Enter, and then I will give some feather to this. So I'll give a little bit higher feather value. Okay, 30 I am going to give. Okay, and then I'll just apply a one white color to this. Okay, so something like this. Okay, and then what else we can do? See, we can actually apply a Gaussian blur filter. See, so okay, so we can use a Gaussian blur filter, and we can reduce the opacity like this. See, so something like a foggy effect we can give. Is it clear? Is it clear all of you? See, something like this. See, and if you want to enhance it further, you can take a duplicate of this. See, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
See here. See, so many interesting things we have achieved here. Okay, so like this. Okay, you don't have to take a new layer here. Okay, see, so many interesting things we have achieved. We have given us something like a sunlight type of that streak. We have given light streak. We have also given this background lighting. Okay, background, that lightning effects. Okay, so something interesting we have created, and then you can also create something like a Okay, MJ dance show. Okay, something like this. You can create some nice presentation like this. Okay, keep it above here. Okay, so we can use something like a Arial rounded. Okay, Arial rounded will be nice. So where is Arial rounded? Oh, here. Okay, so you can keep it like this. No need to keep it straight. And then what I do, we'll just give some color to this. Okay. Okay, and in case you want to skew this, you can skew this. Something like this. Okay. Right, and then we can give some nice gradients. So always check the background. Okay, whenever you are giving a gradient. Okay, so we can give some green because there is no green here. We can try green, and which one we can give? It's not applying. So why it's not applying to the text here? Because of this one. Okay. So we can then say linear or radial, you can say. Okay, red and green, and we'll use reflected. Okay, we can say reverse. Okay, and then we can use drop shadow. Okay, we can give some okay, white color drop shadow. Okay, we can also give some stroke, and we'll give which one? Okay, we can give white stroke, and we can put outside here. Okay, and in case we want a black shadow, you can put black shadow. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear, all of you? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So then I will give you one last and final assignment on this. So the assignment is, so you have to create a, you can take any choreographers with dance pose. You know who is a choreographer? Like
Vikram Master Restaurant.
yeah, Prabhudeva, etc., Lawrence, etc. are there, na? So you can take their dance pose and create with filter. Okay, create with lightning filter and streak, light streak. Okay, create a dance. Okay, a dance, what do you call a dance poster? Okay, a dance poster with lightning filter and light streak. Okay, something similar to this. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the class. We have some more things to cover in filters. So I don't have time to check your assignments, but next class I will check previous class assignment and also this class assignments. So complete all your assignments, and next class is anyways going to be in our institute. Okay, is it clear, all of you? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you all can sign out.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye.